Ladies and gentlemen, this person that you see on my screen is a former assistant chief of police, Justin Newsom. And he was with the Austin, Texas Police Department. And he was known, and many people, even in the city council and in the community, knew that this man threw the N word around like it was water. He used it on multiple occasions. Many people were aware of it, and he got to stay in his position doing this, y'all. Now, is this shocking to find something like this out about a cop? Hell no. This is the norm in America. So, boy, these police departments out of Texas, they are a mess, but then again, so is the whole country. So now there are allegations that former Assistant Chief Justice Justin Newsom faces an investigation amid an anonymous complaint that claims Newsom used the N word on multiple occasions and suggests that other leaders on the police force were fully aware of this. For people at that level to be treating the people they police in this town like that, it's beyond unacceptable, said Jeff Edwards, a civil rights attorney at Edwards Law Firm. If he used the N word in that manner in which the allegations are true, that's not just derogatory. That's not just discriminatory. It's evidence of condoning racism in the police department and the level that the assistant police chief in Austin rise to. That is right next to a policymaker, Chief Manley. It's not shocking. The officers are on the streets using the N-word, ladies and gentlemen. You know how many officers have been reported for that around this country? A lot. So if the officers are getting away with doing that on the streets, you think these chief of police and assistant chief of police aren't doing these things? Of course they are. You would have to be a fool to believe they're not doing it. Edwards said the allegations against Newsom is worrisome because he believes it contributes to a culture of violence against minorities within the police department. There is a pattern, unfortunately, of APD officers using force disproportionately against minorities. Well, that's nationwide, he said. And if you tolerate racism in words, you're going to tolerate racism in deeds. And you're going to pretend that racism doesn't play a role in these shootings. Mayor Steve Adler spoke to CBS Austin on Friday about the investigation into Newsom. And he just saying the same shit. I'm getting tired of these statements, y'all, because they mean absolutely nothing. They're going to give these statements, and racism among the police in Austin is going to continue on. That's what we always see. Steve Adler spoke with CBS Austin on Friday about the investigation into Newsom. So, this is what this mayor, Steve Adler, had to say. Racism has no place in city governance. But it was there. It was there. And he was an assistant police chief. It was there. It has no place in city life, and we need to find out in this investigation not only issues to who said what to whom, but look more broadly to see if there is a culture issue, said Adler. Come on, you're a mayor and you don't know this? Of course there's a culture issue, and it's allowed. That's why you see it, because it's allowed. These statements are just, they're about as useful as toilet paper with turds on it. The real question is, why wasn't he stopped or confronted? Said NAACP President Nelson Linder. Linder said the city needs to take responsibility for Newsom's action, if found to be true, being a city employee. I hope people understand that you can't just focus on Newsom. You have to focus on the environment which enabled him, because it's always the environment that makes these kind of folks feel comfortable, said Linder. There should be a full audit of everyone's email and social media histories, added Edwards. If you really want to find out if officers are using the N word, if administrators are using the N word, you need to check. CBS reached out to APD to ask Chief Manley about the allegations and now investigation into Newsom, but have not heard back yet. What is he going to say? What is he going to say? Ladies and gentlemen, this culture exists all over the country. America never had a problem with these cops using that kind of language since they were plantation police. They never had a problem with this. This is why it's so rampant in the country. You think they're going to change now? No statement a mayor puts out is going to change what's in the hearts of these cops when they go out on the beat around people and they're using the N word. You know how many times I even heard this stuff when I was a child. Okay? And I know it happened long before I even was even in existence. America doesn't have a problem with this. If they did, you wouldn't see the kind of police corruption that you see all over the country. They're fine with these kind of cops. That's why they exist. And they always seem to be able to get on the police force. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you remember, didn't the FBI come out with a report saying that the police in this country was infiltrated by the KKK? Did they ever do anything about it? Did they ever do a clean sweep of these police departments to get rid of them? They ain't do nothing but put a report out. You know why? Because they're fine with this stuff. They know it exists, but they haven't put forth no effort to sweep these people off of the police force. They haven't done nothing. And I bet you Newsom right here, Justin Newsom, was allowed to resign. I bet you his pension is intact and everything. This man didn't just start using the N word when he became the assistant chief of police. He was doing this as a cop and got away with it. Now that there's an investigation and all of this is out in the open about this man, oh, well, we don't have any room for people like this. Yes, you did. You had room for Justin Newsom right here. You had room for him. And many like him. He wasn't the only one using the N word in that police department. You better check them damn cops you sending out on the street. They're doing it too. If they see a higher up doing it and getting away with it, you think they're not going to do it? Of course they are. And you got everything rigged up in this country. The cop's word is believed over anyone else. So if anybody from the streets came and complained about being called the N-word by one of the Austin police, you're going to choose to believe the police because you got the system all rigged up. Plain and simple. Oh, we get tired of these stories, but ladies and gentlemen, they will continue on until this system falls. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.